bit different today. I've been out for a wonderful, wonderful walk and dog training with my guys over near Barnstable. And the advantage of being over that way is there is a pet shop over there in a garden centre that now actually breeds its own river shrimp. And this has made such a massive difference. Previously, they had river shrimp in a fridge that they bought in, but they weren't particularly healthy and they were very hard, they were expensive and hard to get home and feed. Now, I bought 60 from there earlier. I've got them in a sieve here and they're jumping like mad, so they're definitely healthy. I've got a bowl on top of them in case I lose them all. So I will show them to you quickly, and then I'm just going to put them straight in the tank. Now, last time I did this, Jax ate about 10 in one go. Lottie wasn't so sure, but ate a good few. And Jellybean really didn't know what to do with them. So this time, I'm going to pop them in and we'll see how we go. Right. Oh, they are jumping. Right, I will stand up and get ready. I just move you along. Jack is begging. He is very much, I want these shrimp, I want these shrimp, I want these shrimp. And I don't blame you. They're coming, they're coming. That's one happy axolotl. So let's pop you down for a minute. Take the lid off. They are jumping, they're jumping. There we go. So these are the shrimp. And this is what's going to be their dinner. So we will take it up. Let's tip them in and see what happens. Just give that a dunk, make sure they're all in. Oh, there's one escapee there. Aha, you're trying to hide. Right. So, shrimp are in and on we go. And let's see what happens. Lottie's had his first one. Let's see if we can catch how many Jacks there's this time. It's one. It amazed me last time just how quickly he ate these. That's why I've got more this time. And you'll find, there we go, you'll find they'll have a lot all in one go. And then there'll be a few shrimp that survive and sort of live out quite a long time. Jax really is the biggest fan of them. He thinks they're excellent. And we'll eat lots in one go. Oh, there we go, even Jellybean at the back there. He's getting in on the action this time. That's good to see, because he was definitely slow on the uptake last time. So these are a bit trickier for them to catch than the dendros, which is no bad thing. It's a bit of a challenge for them. So Jax has had at least 6 so far. Jellybean, I've seen have at least 1. Lottie is contemplating, and I can see I've got 1 dead shrimp there, so I'll get that out later. If I've only got 1 dead from 60, that's not bad at all. I can cope with that. So he's having a look at it. And he says, it's not live, I don't want it. Shrimp making a run for it, a swim for it. Lottie's still not sure about that one because, there we go, Jax is just munching through them. He thinks this is just excellent. So this is, you're so full and yet you want more. This is a rare treat for them. I probably do this every couple of months. It's not that often I go over to Barnstable, although the guy in shop today did suggest I breed my own, but I don't know whether that's a sensible idea, whether I'd end up feeding them shrimp too often or not. Yeah, see, Lottie won't go for that dead one very sensibly. He's going to wait for some more live. Oh, no, I've lied. He's gone. That's it. He's had that one. And he looks pretty happy about it. Okay, Jax is really leaping there. I'm just moving the sieve to make sure I haven't missed any. I do occasionally get the odd worm wiggling around my front room. I don't really want shrimp wriggling around too. Right, Lottie's gone. Actually, I really quite like these. They're not coming as close to him, though. He's going to lie in wait and see if that works. Jax, I can't believe the amount you've eaten, mate. You really do surprise me. That's why Jax is my biggest axolotl. Because he just eats so much. Don't you? I do think the wilds grow a bit bigger anyway. Anytime I see people sort of posting their axolotl's length and proud of them, it does seem to be the wilds. Yeah, you. Are you enjoying this? Is this good? Yeah? Is this the ultimate feed? Yes, it is. I really enjoy this. How's Jellybean doing around there? So I've seen Jellybean have at least one. He's looking pretty with it. Now he's the one, he hadn't had these before he came to me. He was my rehome. And it took him quite a while to get the hang of what they were, what you do with them. But once he did, he's been pretty happy. But he's just not so quick at catching them. See, you gonna manage any more, Jellybean? Okay, now you're just posing and looking at your own reflection. Yeah, poser. Okay, so he's probably also seeing the reflection of the shrimp, which is going to confuse him immensely. I've never seen him do this. That's brilliant. Hey, he's actually talking to himself. Look at you, Jellybean. I've never seen any of my axolotl actually interact like that with their reflection. Let's come back round the front here. Hello, you. Yeah, you interact with us, don't you? So while they're busy munching shrimp, I will say I've got a couple more plants today. I think I've got 3 more plants. Oh, you've just had another one. So today I got 2 Anubias. Oh no, sorry, 2 Amazon swords and 1 Anubias. That's a low-flying shrimp. Let's just see if any get close enough for him to grab. Just got one going over towards Jax. No, you missed that one, Jax. This really does give them enrichment, and I would advise it if you can. You can see they're all far more lively than when I feed the dendros. In the right mood, they'll be lively with the dendros, but with these, they always are. Can't reach that one, can you? Is that range? I've just got one wandering up to Lottie. He's better. He's the one who's really good, actually, at sort of lying in wait. Jax just grabs. Having said that, Jax is getting more. He's just grabbed another one. Jax just grabs indiscriminately. And if he gets hold of one, that's a big bonus. And actually, he does get hold of a lot. Whereas Lottie sort of puts himself in the sand, lies in wait, and is a bit more careful about it all. Jellybean's still trying to find his own method. Don't know if any more are going to come up to you. We've got one just trying to feed itself there to Jax. You're going to go up and follow it. Oh, hey, now that's just a shrimp teasing you, isn't it? Landing on your nose and bouncing off again. Looking like my little mini dragon there. But you can see how this really gives them something to think about. Hi, Shrimpy. Now, in previous, when I've had warm water tanks, I've actually had some pretty shrimp in there. Now, these ones I don't get attached to at all, obviously. They are just coming home as live feed. Are you full, or are you just not making any more effort, Jax? Lottie definitely wants more, but they're just not coming in range. It's those first few shrimp they grab, they have a few very quickly. They're usually sort of quite stunned. The ones who don't sort of alter the water so quickly. And then as we get to less shrimp, they're getting a bit wiser. So you can see this one over here. He's like, is it worth making the effort getting over there and it having disappeared by the time I get there? He's not sure, you know. So yeah, as I said, oh, he's making a charge on it. Look at how careful and considerate he is. You've got Jax over there jumping and snatching. You've got Lottie here who really does stalk his prey. I wonder if he watches the cats. I love how different they are. I've always said they've got axolotls. So unfortunately, Lottie, that time it didn't pay off. So with the worms, him stalking pays off. He always gets them. With the shrimp, it doesn't so much. Oh, there's one just by him in the hole there. No, it wasn't as close as it looked. Oh. This is tricky, isn't it, Lottie? It's hard watching them, but it is natural. And what I'll do is, if they've eaten most of shrimp day after tomorrow, I'll put worms in as well, so I know that everyone's getting plenty of food. Okay. Lottie's still stalking. They just moved too quickly for him. Whereas my little dinosaur down here, on two legs. Hello, little dinosaur. Let's come above you. See him? Hello. I can film from above. I can do anything with, and it doesn't bother him whatsoever. If I try this with Jelly Bean, he hates it. Hey, you're in dinosaur pose, balanced on your tail, on two back feet. Let's just put us down with Lottie for a minute. Jax is getting jealous, so he's coming to join us. The other addition we've got this week to their tank is I finally found a decent sized soap dish. So this is one more designed to put your shampoos and things in, but it hasn't got holes in the bottom, and it's a really nice extra level for them. That's one of the new plants there. The Amazon sword. The other one is over there. The new Java fern is there. And I'm slowly building up the live plants. The more I can keep them alive, the better. I was always concerned about leaving them in their pots, and actually it doesn't bother the axolotls in the slightest, and it means the plants do seem to live better. Having said that, these ones planted over here have done really, really well, and they are just planted in the sand, but are obviously harder when I clean out, because I have to unplant them all move them. But I don't do that very often. Are you nearly full, or have you given up on catching them, Jax? What do you think? Oh, is that another one? Yeah. He definitely seems to be the best out of the three at catching them. Jellybean's not quite so interested. Lottie so wants them, but the stalking approach doesn't generally work. It will work when the shrimp calm down, when they become a bit more complacent. Then his stalking approach will work really well. So you can see still plenty of shrimp in there. Oh no, Lottie's gone off sulking. I don't want Lottie to be unhappy. It's tempting to put a couple of worms in, but I'm not going to. Like I say, if day after tomorrow they've finished off most of the shrimp, then I'll put worms in. Hello, mate. You really are lovely. Now, the difficulty with me having a planted tank, it's a bit like when you go to the zoo and don't see your face. Oh, bless him, he's just launched himself and it didn't work. He didn't catch that one. It's a bit like going to the zoo and you don't see your favourite animal. The more natural an environment you give them, the less likely you are to see them, which is a bit of a shame for us, but really is much nicer for the axolotl. And I do see plenty of our ones. Lottie, maybe he's going to go and commiserate with Jellybean, because neither of them are particularly good at this. Oh no, he's got one. There we go. He just has to be in the right place at the right time. Sorry, a bit shaky there. Hello, are you posing around this side now, are you? Hey? You are rather lovely, aren't you, Jax? Not that we have favourites or anything, but he is the first one I chose. Aren't you? Good boy. Maybe I should draw some faces on you. Would you like that? Not quite that time. Not quite. It's a bit of a waiting game for us and for them. Good boy. These are fast shrimp. Since they've started breeding their own and they are healthy, I must say it's harder for the axolotls to catch them. But I'd rather they ate healthy shrimp. Lottie's just deciding what he's doing. He says, am I going across to commiserate with Jellybean? Am I going to come back and try catching some more? What am I going to do? He's not sure, is he? What's that? He's glad. Hey. You can see the axolotls moving and the shrimp in there have stirred up quite a lot of mess. Are you going to go for a climb, are you, Jax? You're ready to pounce. So yeah, the nicer I make it for the axolotls, the harder it is for us to see them, unless they're up the front here. And that's why with worms I do feed up the front here. But with the shrimp, I've got no control whatsoever over where they go. So Jax has had just yet another one. They actually seem to be... I wonder if the coloration's got anything to do with it. Do any of you know about this? Is it sort of something like the shrimp are more happy to land on something dark? I've never thought about that actually, but they really do seem to almost go feed themselves to Jax and stay well clear from Lottie. I don't know. If anyone's got any suggestions, please let me know. It just seems really weird how they do all go right up to Jax. Good boy, Lottie. Someone said to me, they commented the other day, why do you talk to your axolotls? I said, why wouldn't you? I don't know if they know I'm here or not. It's lovely to talk to them. Hey, good boy, you're feeling a bit left out. So they had worms a couple of days ago, so I haven't left it, but they're absolutely starved. Look, this one over here is actually trying to feed itself to Jax. It's landing on his nose and bouncing off again. So I'm wondering if there is something in that they land on sort of dark colours. I'm looking around the tank to see what else they land. Do you see what I mean? They're just going so close to him. Whereas the worms seem to almost feed themselves to Lottie. Jellybean just sort of does his own thing, really. I'd really like to see Lottie eat one more. Okay, Shrimp, you really are pushing your luck. You're actually bouncing off his nose. I've got a shrimp come to say hi. So these are freshwater river shrimp. You can see Jack sort of, I want it, I want it, I want it. Just lifting those little legs up. Although he must be nearly full now. He's had so many of them. But because I do have so many hiding places for the shrimp, that's how they last several days. They'll just sort of hide themselves in the greenery and then pop out over the next couple of days. Hey, little dinosaur. Again, you've got this one who's just dancing off his nose. So I've got quite a lot of shrimp hiding out in the artificial plant up the top there. I do have a variety of plants in here. They aren't all live. As much as I'd love them all to be live, it's a bit much to manage. Having said that, like now when the artificial will need cleaning, then the lives are easier. Let's see what Jellybean's up to. He's just sort of hanging out down there. He often does hang out at the back. Hello, mate. So you can see I haven't got a lot of hides in this tank. I've really just got the 3 pots glued together at the other end because they've effectively got natural hides. They can go in this greenery, they can hide behind plants, and that gives them their own sort of spaces. Another shrimp. No, he's gone off the other way. Look at all those shrimp collected in that corner. Still plenty left, there's no shortage of them. Usually I go for 30, as I say, I've got 60 this time, thinking they might last a bit longer. I will think about breeding my own, because it would make life easier. But then if it's only really Jax who eats them, is it worth it? I don't know. Oh, Lottie, I do feel for you, mate. They're tricky, aren't they? You can just hear I've got Merlin behind me chewing a chew. Otie's gone to bed because she worked very hard earlier and is tired. She hasn't got this youngster's stamina. Maybe, Lottie, you need to go into a more sort of covered area. Maybe the shrimp will settle more like that. Who knows? And back to one that's bouncing on Jax's nose. And he's had it. Oh no, he hasn't. So it did one bounce too many. I thought he'd had it. He didn't. No, I can't balance it there. Jax, you're too close. How can I think of axolotls as having character? It's making me really sad seeing Lottie looking despondent and not able to catch them. I really feel for him. He might catch them more in the dark. Whereas look, these ones are literally bouncing on Jax's nose. And none are going near Lottie whatsoever. Oh, there's one near Lottie now. Let's just put you there for a minute. Has he spotted it? I think he has, but it's still quite a way away. There's a couple at the back there now near him. Maybe the long game will play off. See, this is where I think he pauses too much. Because he tries to stalk them, the moment he locks his eyes on them, they become aware and scuttle off. Whereas, like I said earlier, obviously the worms don't do that. Whereas Jax is more reactive. So he'll put a lot more energy in for less out. For each sort of 10 times he tries, he'll get 2 shrimp. But that's still a lot more than Lottie getting none. Wants to go for a different method, or is he going back to sulk? He's gone into hiding. Hello. Surely you still can't be hungry. I think because he really likes them, he tries to make the most of them while they're there. And stockpile them. Hey, little man. Can you see how this really does make your axolotls work? It's one of the reasons mine aren't overweight. The more energy they put into getting their food, the healthier they're likely to be. Lottie's wandered off. We're just on shrimp watch now. Oh, Jelly Bean's just had one. The trouble is he's eating them facing the opposite way to us, so we can't actually see. He's getting a fair few, that's good. That is good going. Hey, little dinosaur. Okay, let's just... Lottie's got a different method. Jelly Bean seems to have a different method. He just stays really still and then grabs as they go by. Jax gets impatient and tries to reach up for them, don't you? Hey. You are a gorgeous boy. They all are. Look at your gorgeous eyes. Hey. Am I not giving you enough attention? Oh dear. Little dinosaur. Okay, Lottie's just had another one, but again, he's really hard to see being that far back in the tank. They're all dancing around Jelly Bean now. Have they got the hang of it? Yeah, Jelly Bean's creating quite a few now. Have they got the hang that you eat them, so they're staying away? They're not silly, are they? Oh, Jelly Bean's actually climbing up and trying to get them. This is cool. It's not easy to tell from this perspective how close they are to Jelly Bean. Right, I think we're nearly at the stage they've had their main feed of them. So thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed that. You can see just how many shrimp we've got left. 60 didn't look much invasive, but yeah, there really are plenty there. They are crawling over towards Lottie again now. He's got one just in front of him. Go on, Lottie, don't take too long. Go on. Nope, he's backed off from it. You've got one literally just there, Lottie. It's feeding itself to you. He just takes too long. He considers it too much. All this back and forth, which would work with a worm, just doesn't work with these shrimp. They're gone before he knows it. There we go, Shrimpy's gone on his way. That was about your best chance, Lottie. Maybe he's not a fan of them. Maybe he had that first one as an automatic reaction, and then went, actually, these aren't my favourites, you know. It's possible, I guess. Right, I'm going to go and sit back on the sofa for a bit and watch from a distance. Right, we'll come back here for a little while so you can see my view. And this is how my evening looks. So I've got happy axolotl trying to catch shrimp. I've got two very tired dogs. He's almost sort of camouflaged in the corner over there. I haven't got lights on at the moment, apart from the lamp behind me, because it makes it much easier to see the axolotl. Now, I was talking to a friend about this earlier, and I'm sure most of you will understand. We were talking about needs and wants. What's a luxury and what isn't. Me having these axolotl is a luxury. There's no doubt about that. I don't need them, but they give me a lot of enjoyment. The dogs are a luxury, but I wouldn't be without them. And I'd rather eat cheaper food, shop around a bit more for various things, shop wisely, and have the spare money it takes to feed these guys. The electric for the axolotls isn't that much, to be honest. I'm a very low electric user, so it really isn't that much. The water is almost negligible. Now this large tank with the plants in is up and running. It doesn't cost much at all in water. The food is the main expense. I probably spend 25 on dendro worms 3 or 4 times a year. And then these shrimp today have cost me £6, which is bargain. And I do that, like I say, about every 3 months. So yeah, for the enjoyment I get from them, it's worth it. Or I think it is anyway. I don't think they're going to move from sort of stalemate positions now. Jack's in that corner. Shrimp flying around all over the place. Jelly bean at the back. And Lottie has given up for now. You never know, they might come out later. You know what I'm going to try? Let's just go up. Let's just try changing the lights. I never have light on the other setting. I never have it on the blue setting. You'll try that. You think that looks better or worse? We can't see the axolotls nearly as well. I can still see Jack's, but not brilliantly. No, I don't know if I'm a fan of blue, but I think it's probably they're happier with it. No, we'll turn back to normal. Although that is pretty cool. Turn it back. So the only things I'm missing this evening are the two cats. I had one sat on me earlier while I was chatting to my grandma, and then he disappeared fairly rapidly when I needed to get up. And I can just about see Hugo sitting on one of the chairs in the kitchen. He's obviously decided he's happy there for the evening. That's a nicely tired puppy. We like tired puppies. Oh, Lottie's come up to give it another go. Let's see whether he can have any success. Lottie is coming back up to the middle. I think he needs to come further forwards. Obviously, I can't tell him that. But just looking at where Jax is having a lot of luck, and Lottie isn't. Right, let's leave you with Lottie for a bit. Let's see if he has any luck. Right, I'm going to say goodnight there. So there you go. That was 60 shrimp, 3 axolotl, 1 in particular. Hey! We moved away and he got one. Yay! Go Lottie. Oh, there we go. That's a good note to finish on. So as I moved across to Jax, Lottie grabbed that one. Oh, that's great to see. At least he's had another one. So we know he's had a couple. Jelly Beans had quite a few actually, and Jax has had loads. You might be after more, mate. I'm so pleased he's managed to have another one. That's brilliant. You, Miss Greedy, have had loads, haven't you? And you're very happy about it. Yes, you are. Jelly Beans had a fair few. He's doing well. Right, but that's it. I am going to say good night. Obviously, that whole video will go up live as soon as it processes. Lovely to see you all. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll give an update in a couple of days as to how many shrimp have survived. So look out for a short for an update. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all soon.